Let's see if you can keep up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening. The following is a 30-minute Ironman match for the RWA Triple Crown Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the corner to my right, wearing blue and pink, hailing from Providence, Rhode Island, weighing in tonight at 3,200 liquid fluid ounces. He is a former RWA Triple Crown champion, the Ace, Mike Montero. And his opponent, fighting out of the corner to my left, wearing orange and blue, hailing from Denver, Colorado, weighing in tonight at an even 200 pounds. He is the current reigning, defending RWA Triple Crown champion, Nick Marchand.
Dangerous face.
Marchand sucks. Marchand sucks. Marchand sucks. Marchand sucks.
It will be 30 minutes. The most falls at the end of the 30-minute time will determine the new Triple Crown champion. Nick Marchand does not have a champion's advantage here tonight. Falls can be attained by pinfall, submission, countout, and disqualification. And if you're the champion tonight walking in here, Jimmy, are you really at a disadvantage?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think that you're at a disadvantage. You know, the thing is that you have to come into this with a clear mindset. You shouldn't be thinking about the title. You should be thinking about surviving for the 30 minutes.
Official checking on Mike Montero and Nick Marchand. Both members are ready to go. And the clock has started. 30 minutes to a finish. The clock is up here on our Tron.
See, I'm going to tell you something about a 30-minute Ironman match. It's great for about the first 10 until you start getting into the deep water. Once you get into that deep water past that 10-minute mark, that really shows the mettle of the man.
And it's all about, I would assume it's all about more cardio than actual physical strength during an Ironman match, because you want to be able to breathe for that full 30 minutes.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, my game plan was always try to take out a body part as soon as I could. So Nick Marchand had a great idea here, though. He was 30 minutes and he's the champion. He doesn't get pinned, he doesn't lose his belt.
There have been, at least enough that we have been informed, any rules for overtime. It will be a 30-minute flat match here, at least as we begin. That could change, as it has changed in other companies in the past. But Nick Marchand, as you said, I mean, while he doesn't have a champion's advantage where he can't get disqualified and walk away, he could just, the timer started, it doesn't pause for any reason, there's no timeouts. He could just march around the ring for half an hour, forcing Mike Montero to, in fact, chase him.
And that's what Mike Montero has to do, but that's where Nick Marchand can drag him into the deep water. He's alert and astute enough to realize that he has the advantage.
Marchand has weight and reach as he stumbles out of the ring again. And that's going to start frustrating. If you're the challenger now, this is about a test of stamina, and it's about, you know, who really is the better professional wrestler. And if your opponent won't get into the ring and actually lock up with you, you have to start getting frustrated. And that, I believe, would be where a mistake is made.
Oh, a ton of mistakes can happen. I mean, not just from a physical standpoint, but mentally, what does that do?
Looks like Nick Marchand, once again, saying that he is ready for a lockup. Both men, challenger and champion, do lock up, collar and elbow, center of the ring. And Marchand, who is the heavier of the two wrestlers, now backed into a corner. Nice switch by there, Mike Montero. Referee is breaking it up, administers a 2 count and stands between the both wrestlers. Marchand and Montero know each other very well, measuring each other. And after this match, they know that they have Chris Cruz waiting for them as the #1 contender for this title. Power elbow tie up again. Montero this time switched into the corner, and Marchand is face washing Mike Montero. Now another standoff by Nick Marchand. Tell you what, for a wrestler who has a very long way to go, just about 3 minutes into this matchup, very cocky is Nick Marchand, very deliberate as well with everything that he's done so far.
Yeah. I mean, he's clearly the better athlete. Not taking anything away from Mike Montero. Mike Montero is the RWA champion for a long time. Nick Marchand is just a different athlete. Take that as you will. I mean,
nice takedown and switch over by Mike Montero on the champion.
I mean, really, it comes down to the point of who's going to be the aggressor.
Montero rolling through.
I feel like a Peter roll there almost.
Nick Marchand now frustrated. Both men taking their time. They know how long 30 minutes is. Both of them have been in matches similar to this with high caliber wrestlers before. And both have been on losing ends of those matches. Side headlock by Nick Marchand.
Marchand is going to really have to work that headlock. Again, it's above the deep water. Good standing switch by Montero, though.
Montero now really wrenching in that side headlock. Marchand using his foot to try to bend the knee and break the hold of Mike Montero, and he does. And that's something, and again, going back to the days before my first exit, that's something you used to point out, little things when you are chain wrestling that people don't notice, as Marchand is able to take Montero up and over.
Yeah, I mean, chain wrestling is definitely a different, it's a totally different animal. I mean, for me, chain wrestling is a huge part of what I do. Not only is it a huge part of what I do, but it's something that I was always very successful at. It's the little nuances, the hand placement. See, look at that. Did you see the switch on that? So what he did was, when he was trying to shoot him off of the ropes there, he switched over and put him into a front chancery, and now look what he's able to do.
Nick Marchand, he has been in this company for about 5 years now. Takes Montero down to the mat. Again, working that sleeper hold, and Montero gets to the ropes. Marchand has been focusing almost exclusively on the head of Mike Montero.
I mean, definitely two of the best wrestlers, in the company. I mean, Chris Cruz is amazing as well. I mean, really, there's a lot. I mean, there's so many great wrestlers, here in the RWA, and everyone's progressed so much. I mean, you have to remember, I've been here for 10 years. I've seen the comings and goings of people. I've seen, how hard people work. I mean, regardless about how I feel about Montero, personally, it is what it is. I mean, he's obviously a very astute student of the game.
Montero now, that side headlock on Nick Marchand, is trying to get back up to a vertical base. Marchand with a waist lock of his own, trying to get back up. Shot right to the midsection.
Here we go. Now we get into the striking game.
Have we reached that deep water yet, Mark?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, you're about 7 minutes in right now. I mean, you're really looking after that 10 minutes. There's a lot of nerves also as well, and the first 10 minutes you're really trying to work those nerves out. You're really trying to understand, your opponent, what their game plan is in those first 10 minutes. But you're also getting very winded. See, the striking game. I think Marchand, definitely has the advantage in terms of the athleticism. Montero has.
What a big forearm by Mike Montero! Now really stepped it up and brought in the speed as he whips Marchand into the corner. Montero flying forearm now, snapmare takeover to the champion. A handspring and drop kick takes the champion down, and Marchand's going to take a timeout.
Now I'd like to see him do that at the 15-minute mark. You tell me how he's going to do that at the 15-minute mark. You can do all that pretty stuff that you want, a little cartwheel into a drop kick. That's fantastic. If I slap the taste out of your mouth at the 15-minute mark, you go ahead and try to do a cartwheel and watch what happens.
Well, and I know it's boxing, it's a little bit different, but Mike Tyson was the one that said it, that everybody walks into a fight with a plan, and it's great until you get hit in the face that first time.
That's exactly right.
Montero whipped, reverses, and posted goes Nick Marchand. Now again,
Marchand very smart though, getting out of the ring, staying on the outside of the ring, not allowing himself to get into a position to get pinned.
and that's where as we were talking earlier, where the champion's advantage really is just running the clock out. As a big chop by Montero to Nick Marchand on the outside. And to me, if I was Mike Montero, and I am obviously not, would be the longer I keep Nick Marchand outside the ring, the less of a chance I had at attaining that first fall.
I mean, if I was Mike Montero, which again I'm not, just as you aren't, I would have definitely rolled him back in the ring as soon as he went out there. I would have jumped out of there, rolled him back in the ring, and tried to do put him in some pinning predicaments. Any fall that you can win. See this. I don't think this is necessary, and that's what happened.
And Montero is down in front of our fans there at ringside. And that gives Nick Marchand a chance to catch his breath. As we are just nearing the 10-minute mark of this match.
See, here we go.
This is where you're talking. This is where the deep water is. Most championship matches, I mean, really, when you look at it, two professional wrestlers, when there's no real clock involved, they average about 10 to 15 minutes. Because you're not worrying about a clock. You're worrying about that first fall. And maybe the clock is a disadvantage
Starched him with a punch right there.
Montero doesn't know where he is right now. Goes for a back elbow, finds the mark, and now Nick Marchand and Mike Montero are going to just brawl it out. Right to the post. And our referee is not issuing a standing 10 count as both men are outside the ring. Technically, all of the typical rules for a singles match are in place. Standing 10 counts, disqualifications, but our referee is making sure that these falls are going to be either basically pinfall or submission. He's not going to grant a fall based on a countout.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never heard of that before. I know that in my Ironman match experience, I would dump somebody out to the floor on purpose.
Cover here, 1, 2, and Mike Montero kicks out at 2. Very forceful kick out.
See, if I was Marchand right there, I would have held on to the arm and I would have dragged the arm. Ooh, see.
At what point, since you have been in so many Ironman matches, at what point does the frustration really start to weed its way into both competitors?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends. I mean, it depends on the competitor. You know, I have a high level of frustration, to begin with. So I had a very short fuse in these type of matches. I would get extremely upset, but I would also try to go for, great drop kick.
Finds the mark as Mike Montero down center of the ring. We have a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out just at 2.
See, and this is what I talked about with Nick Marchand. Lots of pinfalls. You want to get on top of the guy. Listen, it takes a lot of effort to kick out of a pinfall. The more effort that you have your opponent exert while he's in the ring, the better off you're going to be when you get into the deep water like they are right now.
And we saw with Nick Marchand with both of those covers, he did hook the leg, which I would assume as you fold it up takes more effort to get your body weight up. Montero finds the mark with those shots again. Forearms being laid in on the champion. Marchand goes for a shot, nobody home, kick, nobody home, and Marchand.
The base of the neck.
Looks like a wheelbarrow. Could be a wheelbarrow suplex, and it hits the mark. Nicely done by Nick Marchand. And once again, hooking the leg, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Very close.
Montero now openly favoring his back. And that, I would assume, if you're Nick Marchand, that's blood in the water.
Well, I mean, that deep water, you turn into a shark or you turn into a guppy. If he smells blood and realizes that his back is injured in any way, shape, or form, he is going to stick all over that.
Marchand now driving the foot right into the throat of Mike Montero, who is in the ropes. Our referee not admonishing either wrestler. And Marchand dumps Mike Montero to the outside.
Well, hey, Montero needs to beat him, not the other way around, brother.
And you know what? If you look at it, if you're Nick Marchand and you're not getting accosted by the official for doing these things, which are technically illegal, why not keep doing them? If you're not going to
just dump him on his head and brought him back in. That was great.
Marchand now measuring Montero on the outside, comes in, cover 1, 2. This time did not hook the leg and a kick out at 2.
But what he did do is he pinned the arm down. See, just wearing him down.
And this really is, this is a strategy of survival, and it's who's going to stay on top longer. Marchand just has to survive the 30 minutes. Montero is the one that has to get that fall, at least according to the rules as they've been laid out thus far. That could change if we do have a situation where time expires and we don't have a fall. Marchand sends Montero back down to the mat. Montero is in a bad way.
Well, I mean, what it should be is if it comes down to a draw, then I mean the champion will get the push, I would imagine.
That, at least from right now, the way it has been explained to me, that is how it is. Marchand got the nod of approval by Jimmy Hansen here at ringside. As he said, this is what a true champion looks like. Marchand now just choking out Mike Montero.
Jeez.
And a shot right to the crown of Mike Montero.
Vicious.
And again, no admonishment by the official, so if you're Nick Marchand, I would keep doing it. Irish whip into the corner. Montero up and over. Nick Marchand is going to follow suit. Montero using that speed.
Oh, look at that.
Knee
Look at
caught.
that high knee.
Mike Montero and Marchand.
He's going to suplex him onto.
That could end the entire night for Mike Montero if Nick Marchand were to get that superplex from the inside to the out. Montero fighting it off, trying for a suplex of his own. Up and onto the apron goes Mike Montero. Both men still have each other in headlocks, and Mike Montero is able to fight out. We're 15 minutes halfway through this match.
What's he doing? They're on the apron.
Suplex on the apron, blocked by by Nick Marchand. Montero blocks one of his own. Marchand looking for that vertical suplex, nobody home. Both men really jockeying for position with their
starches him with a punch.
I'd say their third wind at this point. That's when Mike Montero really blasted out with a little shot of adrenaline and some speed. Double knee to the outside.
Wow, meteor off the apron to the floor. That is crazy.
And there are no mats, I believe, on that side of the ring. That is just knees to face to concrete.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
Well, we are halfway through this match.
You see how winded they are. Look at how winded they are. The both of them have to find the fortitude to be able to continue to go.
And this was Marchand's stipulation. Marchand, in that victory at the Thanksgiving Throwdown from the Foundation, got to pick the stipulation for this match. This is what he wanted. Marchand being sent back into the ring by Mike Montero, who is reeling right now. He has the bad back and now his knees and his wrist. It looks like he's favoring that. Marchand rolling back to the outside. A strategy, as we have been told multiple times, that has been delivered to him by Jimmy Hansen. You can't lose a match or lose a fall on the outside of the ring. Marchand back into the ring, trying to find his way back up to a vertical base. Big chop hits the mark.
You see how much they've slowed down now. The whole pace of the match has slowed down. Montero with that meteor off of the apron was incredible. Oh, there's a big boot from Marchand.
As Montero
back elbow.
Both men just trading blows at this point. As Mike Montero, I thought he was going to go for a Spanish fly.
Looking for a Hurricane Rana from this.
That could be it. He does. Hurricane Rana. Marchand center of the ring. Mike Montero cover.
Kick out.
1,
Kick out.
2, and Marchand kicks out just at 2.
Unbelievable.
What a Hurricane Rana by Mike Montero, and just half a second away from a first pinfall here. We are tied at 0 with just under 13 minutes to go.
Jeez, buddy, you can't tell time all of a sudden.
I'm trying to keep up with the actual official time. What I have in front of me is the unofficial time.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Makes sense.
Montero is fired up, measuring Nick Marchand. I think he can sense blood in the water. High knee to the champion. Montero off the ropes. He's going to fly. Boot driver right to the face of Nick Marchand, who rolls outside the ring again.
See? Following the strategy.
And now Mike Montero, hurricane runner to the outside. And the champion is in a bad way.
These guys are putting it all on the line here. Uh-oh, look at this.
Mike Montero measuring and hits a knee to Nick Marchand.
Roll up, get out of there. It's going up to the top now. This is, see, you're starting this. I don't know if this is the right strategy.
Double stop, and Marchand is reeling. Montero is climbing to the top rope again.
For that splash.
Montero is looking for the splash, hits the mark. Can he roll Montero? Two, and a kick out to two.
Marchand, so smart.
18 minutes have elapsed in this match. Just under 12 left. Both men looking for that first fall. And Mike Montero, I think, finally has gotten a string of offense together where he might find himself victorious.
Has got the crowd behind him for sure.
But as you pointed out early in this match, as we are now in the deep water, both men very winded, and you can tell it is affecting their strategies.
Well, you know, you train, but you can only train so much. I mean, once you get into that 30 minutes, I mean, it's tough.
Off the ropes was Mike Montero. Marchand,
Pop up.
Marchand plants Mike Montero. Nicely done. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out just at 2. Marchand charges, hits a drop kick. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Marchand put his full body on top of the shoulders and hooked the leg of Mike Montero, and the challenger still was able to kick out. Nick Marchand is begging for a 3 count.
I thought that mile high knee was going to be the first fall that we had here.
Here's another cover. 1, 2, and Montero grabs the bottom rope. Did not have to kick out that time, but only had to get the arm into the rope. As 20 minutes have elapsed here. 10 minutes remain, no fall from challenger or champion, and as it stands right now, if this match goes the full distance without a pinfall, I believe, as Jimmy Hansen put it, the push goes to the champion.
I would imagine so. I mean, I can't imagine that it would go any other way. Marchand still arguing with the referee. Just don't do that.
And our referee saying to Nick Marchand, I can't count a 3 count if the shoulders are up. Sometimes the most simple explanation is exactly what it is.
Soul butt from Marchand.
Both men now just trading kicks back and forth. They are exhausted.
They can't even get the legs up to, look at this.
Shot to the midsection. Both men went for a shot, and both men are collapsing to the ring. To make an analogy, it reminds me of Rocky 3. Rocky was so exhausted at the end of that 5th round against Clubber Lang. Both men have given each other everything that they have. Still have 9 minutes remaining, and a shot, high knee, but trade by both men. Marchand dazed. Both men trading knees back and forth. And this cannot be a sound strategy for either one of these guys.
Well, I mean, they're giving everyone their all right now. I mean, these guys are completely exhausted.
Are you on autopilot at this point if you're in this match?
I mean, you're just. Oh, well,
here's
what a
cover.
great move!
1 and a kick out just at 1. Our referee was not in position. That could have been a 3 count. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Oh, a shot. Oh my God! Right hands knocked both men out, center of the ring. Our referee is checking on both men as 22 minutes have elapsed.
What an exchange. What an exchange.
And now a standing 10 count is being administered. I think our referee has seen enough, and maybe for the safety of these wrestlers. And again, the standing 10 count would only be a fall. It wouldn't be safety at this point. It's just counting a fall. Both men at 5, both men down. I mean, really,
I didn't know this referee even knew how to count by the call of this match.
Mike Montero is the first one to stir. If he can get to a vertical base and Nick Marchand does not, Montero would get a fall. Both men to a knee. Both men fall down. And our referee is going to check on both of them.
Look at their chest. Both their chests are heaving.
Under 8 minutes to go, and we have another standing 10 count. Both men could barely get up. Marchand crawling to the Montero crawling to the outside. He's the first one up.
Splash again.
7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here.
He may be looking for that splash, Rob.
Montero is on the top rope, and Marchand rolls just far enough away. He may not have all of his faculties with him, but he has enough. And wait, Marchand went for a drop kick. There's nobody home. He was seeing ghosts. And a sharpshooter being locked in on Nick Marchand, center of the ring. Mike Montero has a submission hold in one of the most deadly in all of professional wrestling. There's really no escape to this move. And Nick Marchand is a mile away from that bottom rope.
You have to do anything you can to be able to get to that bottom rope and break this hold. Anything you can.
And in a normal match, you would wonder how Nick Marchand's leg strength is. He's been in this match for 24 minutes. He has no real power in his legs anymore.
I mean, your legs are definitely giving out at this point. There's no doubt about it.
You can hear Marchand screaming as this crowd is waiting for him to tap and lose the first and right now only fall. Marchand crawling and makes the bottom rope. Mike Montero lets the hold go at 3, and I think that was out of exhaustion. In a normal situation, Montero would have held that in until at least 4.
I mean, neither one of these guys can stand up. I mean, it's just, right now is when you really are understanding that you have very limited oxygen and you're trying to take it anything that you can just to be able to survive for the next 5 minutes.
Marchand ducks the kick, picks up, spine buster, takes down Montero, cover 2, and a kick out at 2, and Marchand rolls
right
over.
Right in the ankle pick.
What a great rollover and submission maneuver. Now center of the ring is the challenger as Nick Marchand has that ankle lock grapevines on Mike Montero.
Oh, Mike Montero might not be able. I don't think that he can slide Marchand's body weight with him.
The referee is checking on Mike Montero, who I thought almost lost consciousness. Popped back up, reaching for that bottom rope, dragging his body weight and that of Nick Marchand, reaches the bottom rope. And we have 5 minutes remaining in this match. What a contest. 25 minutes have elapsed. Mike Montero couldn't get up before, and now with his ankle injured, you wonder if he can actually get to a standing vertical base. Marchand is saying that Montero tapped, and he did not.
Mike Montero is exposing that knee because he knows that whole leg is swollen.
And the referee.
Oh, the referee goes down. Oh, that was a hard knee right there.
And Marchand has a cover, but there's no referee. There's no referee. And that was definitely a 3 count. The first that would have been the first fall, and our referee is down.
He is out like a light.
And it wasn't a gentle breeze that took down our official. Nick Marchand was thrown into our referee, and he is, as Jimmy Hansen put it, out like a light. One goes out, they all go out this time of year.
Ain't that the truth, Rob?
And now, if you weren't frustrated enough if you're Nick Marchand for not having a fall, now there's no official, and the clock is winding down. What do you have left to do? 3 minutes and 40 seconds as the clock ticks down. Marchand is actually very close to that champion's advantage. And wait, Marchand's pointing to, I believe it's Mike Montero's lady on the outside of, right at ringside. He's filming this match for the social media.
What is happening? What are you doing?
And Marchand is since the referee's down, is taking his eyes off of his challenger and putting them on, well, his challenger's lady.
Why is he doing that?
Your guess is as good as mine. He's very much big into getting into the heads of his opponents by taunting their significant others. And now he's got a hold of Montero's girl and a boot right to the face of Nick Marchand.
Hey, he's on the outside of the ring, totally fine.
Less than 3 minutes to go here in this match.
They're both down, good.
But you wonder, with the referee still being down, Montero can barely stand.
That's a lot of weight of Marchand that he's trying to pick up off of the ground right now.
Dead weight, bad ankle, bad knee. And 2.5 minutes remaining in this match. Marchand, dead weight. You can hear Montero saying, damn it, just get in the ring.
Laying on top of the referee's head there.
Maybe even getting a shot in to keep the referee out.
Montero's going for the pin, but there's no referee.
We're at the 2-minute mark and there's no referee. And this time, Montero would have had a 3 count and there was nobody home. We are under 2 minutes. It is what you would call in football. It is winning time right now. Under the 2-minute warning. Our referee is down. Both challenger and champion exhausted. Neither man has a fall as of yet.
The referee's exhausted.
One minute, 30 seconds remaining in this match. Our referee has regained consciousness, so to speak. Nick Marchand is at a knee. Montero off the ropes. Marchand follows. Big discus. Here's a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out just at 2. Oh, so close.
Perseverance in Nick Marchand. It's incredible.
As we are nearing the 1 minute mark. Both men down, center of the ring. And 1 minute remains in this match. These two have given each other everything that they have. They have barely anything remaining, and it's going to be who can find that extra drop of gas in the tank to get a victory. We're at 40 seconds remaining. Mike Montero. Oh my God! And Montero, is he going? Canadian Destroyer hits the mark with 29 seconds coming. 1, 2, and 3. Mike Montero has the first fall of the match with just about 20 seconds remaining in this match. No, it's an Ironman match. The clock has to expire. The referee's calling for the bell.
He's knocked out. He's loopy.
Both men are down. And this is going to be, we have a new champion. Montero went the distance with Marchand, and with 19 at the 19-20 mark, the 29-20 mark in this match, found the only pinfall and defeated Nick Marchand and is the new Triple Crown champion. He is the champion for the 3rd time here in the RWA. What an incredible performance by both of these wrestlers.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Hard-fought match by both guys. Uh-oh. What is this?
It's Chris Cruz, the #1 contender. And Cruz is congratulating Mike Montero. These two, at least at this point, are scheduled to meet RWA Perseverance in March of 2018. But tonight, they are friends. And here comes the boss. T. Phoenix hits the ring as well as Nick Marchand on the outside. Cannot believe he just lost.
I don't even know what to say, Rob Massey. I don't even know what to say.
T. Phoenix shaking the hands of the new champion. Nick Marchand is beside himself. And T. Phoenix raising the hands of challenger and champion for Perseverance. And that is going to do it for our final show here in 2017. We have a new champion. What does 2018 have in store for the RWA?
Well, that wasn't necessary, you fat prick.
For my broadcast partners here tonight, Theodore J. Liftington and Jimmy Hansen, I am Rob Massey from the Chop Shop. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you in the new year.
Happy holidays.